You're probably thinking about getting into the content game, or you've already started and you've got over that hump of the excitement, and now you realize it just takes so much time to post consistently on social media. You have to come up with ideas, you have to film, you have to edit, you have to script. It is a pain in the arse, and I don't blame you for wanting to throw in the towel. And having posted for 203 days in a row, I've now perfected a system that's going to help you post consistently, but also not take hours out of your day. And in this video, I'm going to get through that exact system. The return on investment of watching this video is going to save you hundreds of hours of time in the future creating content, and at the end of the day, it's going to help you put out a content machine that's going to help you bring in money, bring in views, and change your life. So welcome to the content systems that I have used to post for 203 days straight. And not only do they help me get consistency, but they also help me get serious views on my videos. So these are going to teach you how to be consistent, but also how to keep making high quality content. But when people say post every day, they do not mean, and this is the most important thing to start with, is they do not mean post every day. You cannot wake up every day and work out that you need to make content, go to sleep and do it again and again and again. That is a not possible, not sustainable way to keep posting content, because some days you'll wake up feeling like Homer on this day, but other days you will feel like this. Other days it will get to 9 p.m. and 10 p.m. and you'll be exhausted from your day of work and you will not post. And that is why we cannot rely on days like this to be able to post. You do not rise to the level of your goals. You do not rise to the level of your motivation. You fall to the level of your systems. And that is the problem with relying on posting every single day, because when you feel like this, your systems are not in place and you will not post every day. We need to build you systems and habits, which means that you post like clockwork, not an excited kid. So that on days that you feel like this, you still know you have the habits and systems in place, that you already have a post going out there. And that is exactly what this video is going to do. I'm going to show you the single systems that I use to post every day without a problem. The first system is my weekly plan. I'm then going to go into ideating fundamentals. Then I'm going to talk to you about the secret sauce that no creator tells you about when it comes to systemizing, and then the reduce, reuse, recycle framework, which is going to help you save time in your creating process. Very exciting time. But so, why do I need to post every single day? That is a good question, because everything I've spoken about right now relies on this assumption of posting every single day. But there are actually 3 reasons why you need to post every single day. And the first is volume. Creativity is a muscle and creating content is a skill. And in order to grow muscles and improve its skills, the more you do of it, the better. It's like going to the gym. If you go to the gym once a week, you're going to put on a certain amount of muscle. If you go to the gym 3 times a week, you're going to put on a certain more amount of muscle. If you go to the gym 7 times a week, you're going to put on even more muscle. And there's a very simple concept about this. We can show this with time and a skill. So when you post once a week, or you do a skill and improve a skill once a week, this is how it compounds. You get better and better, slowly and slowly, and you start to improve, and the compounding takes impact. But when we increase the inputs, when we increase the amount of times we do something, at the start, it doesn't feel like much. But over this time, you are doing the skill more and more, so that when you get to this point here, you have posted X amount of times. But when you get to this point here, when the skill starts compounding, because you're doing this so much more, you start compounding much quicker. And this is how the graph looks if you do something more frequently than if you do it less frequently. And that is the very simple reason why we want to post once a day, because the more volume we put in, the quicker our compound skill increases. Super important. So that's the first reason. The second reason why posting once a day is that posting a schedule of once a day is bound by a clear start and end of the day and night. You know if you miss it. If you post 3 times a week, the amount of people I speak to who say, I'll post 3 times a week, it leads to them saying, oh, I'll do this week's post at 9 p.m. on Sunday. You like a student, you know, in those student days where you have a project and it has a deadline, you end up leaving it to the last minute. Whereas if you know that at the start of the day and by the end of the day, you need to have posted a video, it creates a very, very clear posting schedule. It's much easier to stick to it. What people do when they post one time times a week or 3 times a week. And the last reason we post once a day is because top creators like Hormozi, like Ali Abdaal, like Tony are all posting 3 or 7 times a day. They are pumping out posts with big teams. And although we aren't the same as them, you just can't begin to compete with people like this. If you're posting once a week, you will be so irrelevant to your followers because they are seeing people like this on their feed that you need to at least post once a day to be getting that volume in. And this story will show you exactly why you need to start posting once a day. It's because your input goals are just not the same as the people you look up to. So for example, Alex Hormozi talks about a great story where he was speaking to one of his mentors and saying that advertising by leaflet wasn't working. And Alex Hormozi was asked by his mentor, how many leaflets are you posting a day? And Hormozi said something like, oh, we're doing 200 or 300 a day. And the businessman said, who was doing very well, said, 200 a day? I am doing 200 an hour. That is the difference between you and me. I am getting the input goals that are giving me the output goals. I am getting the data points that I need. Hormozi said that absolutely broke his brain because he realized that he just wasn't putting in the brunt work that the people he aspired to be were. And I found a very similar story when I was posting 3 times a week and I spoke to someone in my YouTube circle and they said they were posting 1 YouTube video a day, which bearing in mind takes a lot more work than even a short form video. And I just realized I was simply not putting enough work in. I was not putting enough inputs to expect to get the outputs that the people that I looked up to were. So that is the reason that we post once a day, is because the people that we look up to are posting 3 to 7 times a day. So how can you expect to be in the position that they are, even on a smaller scale, if you're posting once a week or maybe twice a week? So post once a day. It is so important. And that is what I want to make very clear. So the question is, how? How do you actually go about posting once a day? Because as I said, it is impossible to wake up every single morning and be like, oh, I'm going to just post today, because you will just burn out. It is not sustainable in human life to do that and run a business and do your own things and be social and exercise. It is impossible. So the first thing that we're going to talk about is what I call the weekly planner. And I think it is so important to plan ahead. That is the secret to doing this well, is you need to create a plan where you know what you're posting on certain days. That is your first secret sauce for me. And trust me, I have gone for a weekly planner over and over again. I went through the advanced Notion template where it had names, I had platforms, I had statuses, I had days, I had dates, I had series names, I had all of these things. I also then did the Pages planner where I color coded things, I color coded series, I created names and dates. It was all very complicated. I have done it all when it comes to the weekly planner. And I can tell you the most successful content stage I've been in is the last 2 months. And this is what my planner looks like. I keep it so simple. And that is the 3-column system plus the unused list. And that is day of the week. So for example, just going through the next few days of the week, I then have the video idea here. And then in the 3rd column, I just talk about the status. So it's either done, it needs to be filmed, it needs to be edited, or it's blank, which means it needs to be ideated and made. And that is the 3-column system. Super simple. You know every single day what you need to be posting. And then what you do is you create another list, which is your content you've made, which is unused. So that when it comes to the next week, when it comes to your next weekly planner, you then have a schedule that you can input these new video ideas into. And this is the most simple way to do it. Please don't overcomplicate this. Trust me when I say these were a waste of time. These are what I like to call overscheduling. It's what people do when they feel like they're in control because they're over planning. Do not get into the process of over planning, just get into executing. And this system is exactly all you need to just get into executing and making videos. Super simple. You can move things around. You can edit their status here and you know what day they're going out. Really easy. Okay, so now we've got our planner. What do you actually go and put in your planner? How do you systemize the actual making of the videos? And that is where we come in, because the problem with this is we need to create ideation systems that are ongoing. You cannot look at a wall and come up with ideas, or you cannot wake up in the morning and think, this is what my ideas are going to be. Even if it comes to your planner and you're like, okay, I need to put something in here, I need to put something in here. You cannot just sit there and go, okay, what am I going to do? And just stare at a wall and come up with an idea. It is impossible. Take it from me, as someone who's been posting for 18 months, it is impossible. All of the top creators have systemized video ideation. And the first system that I have used to post for the last 203 days is to create a video spam ideas collection list. And this is an absolute game changer, because your brain was made for thinking, not storing. I love that phrase. And what it says is that your brain was made for coming up with ideas, but not actually keeping them. And you know, when you have a brilliant idea or you have a brilliant thought that you mean to tell someone, you often forget it. And that is the problem, is we need to create a system that captures your ideas. And again, super simple is I have a Notion template where I have called spam ideas, and all I do is just put my video ideas in there. Every time I have a little thought, it goes in here. It doesn't have to be fleshed out. It doesn't have to be well thought out. It just has to be captured, because the fascinating thing about this is when you capture ideas, and you will not believe this until you start doing it, when you capture ideas, they subconsciously get thought about in your brain. Your brain is working on them when you're not thinking. And I know that sounds super woo-woo, but I swear to God that I will put an idea in this list, and 2 days later I will come back and it is a fully formed video idea. You just need to capture the idea and it will start blossoming. It is a fascinating part about the human brain, but we need a storage mechanism. And to do that, you need a spam ideas list. Keep collecting ideas in here. This page is about 1,000 lines long and grows massively every day. And it is the best way to systemize your video collection ideas. So that is the first way. The second way is what I like to call the structured scroll. And that is that we can use social media to our benefit, because on the timelines of social media, when we're scrolling, all we're doing is actually passively consuming content. But the way I like to look at the Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok feeds is YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok are showing those to you for a reason. They think you'll enjoy it, and therefore that idea is an idea that you can take inspiration from, because it suits the algorithm of the platform. So we want to create structured scrolling sessions where we use the ideas that the social medias are literally giving to us for free to be able to say, okay, this idea works, let me use it as inspiration for my own idea. So what I do is I scroll for an hour once a week, or I use my toilet sessions to use them as systemized, structured scrolling content sessions. And every time I find a video that I like, I put it in my viral reel library. And to be clear, the viral reel library is two things. It first is a collection of videos I like, but better, it is a collection of videos that have done well. We want to make sure we're putting videos that have done well on there, because that is Instagram, TikTok, or YouTube telling us this is a great idea. It's a tried and tested idea that works well. You can copy it. And that is the great way to collect systemized ideas with a structured scroll. Use your scrolls as a way to benefit you, not brain rot and waste your own time. A great way to do that. But we have jobs, lives, families, hobbies, all that. The videos we want to post from collecting these ideas are great, but they might end up looking like this. Day 1, I'm going to jump out of a plane. Day 2, my video is going to be traveling to China. Day 3, talk to 1,000 new people, because they are all great video ideas, and they're probably very likely to be collected under both of these systems. So what we want to do is avoid having this, because again, this is just not sustainable. You can't make videos every day that look like this. So there are two types of videos that we want to be posting. The first is the artistic long forms. This is my long form video. It was 45 seconds. It was my story about quitting my job. It took a lot of time and effort. It went viral, but it also was a very thought out piece. But this is what everyone thinks they should be posting. Everyone spends loads of effort making a 45 to a minute video, and it flops. And that is because you are putting too much effort into just your artistic long form. You need to combine them with short viral videos, because on most of these social media platforms, in short form, we find that videos come in different sizes, and these ones where you have little text on the screen and a little montage for 10 seconds do equally as well, and they play an important role in building social media platforms for ourselves. So I'm going to go through exactly how you systemize making both to create a very easy and manageable content system. So the first is we'll go into short form viral videos. These videos are normally generic text on the screen, they have a viral audio, and they're less than 15 seconds. But the benefit of these is they are generic, and we want to use this phrase from Pablo Picasso, which is good artist copy, great artist steal. And the very simple way to get volume in the videos that we make is to use these short form viral reels to create volume, to use the ones that are doing well already on the social media channels to create volume of easy to play viral videos. And what I do is every 2 weeks, I use my viral reel list to create a chunk of videos. So we go back to this. We collect video ideas that have done well, the 10 to 15 second video ideas that have done well. And then what we do is we have them in our viral reel list. Then we create them in a block. So I sit down every 2 weeks, normally on a Monday morning, and what I do is I go to my viral reel list, I find the videos, I get the video, I then add in my B-roll. So I'll have a video that might have done really well, I'll add in my B-roll, and then I'll add in my niche filter. So for example, if the video is about fitness, I'll add in my part, which is about online business and starting your coaching and freelancing offer. I'll add in my niche filter, and that will get me this video. One video should take no more than 30 minutes max to make, but genuinely you should be doing it in 10 to 15 minutes. And that is going to help you pump out short form viral videos for ease. That means in a 2 week session, you can pump out for 2 hours work. You can get 2 weeks of viral videos for less than 2 hours time spent. That is a great way to systemize your content. And it means that you can get videos pre-scheduled, which is amazing. And that's exactly what I did. This video got 560,000 views, and it was quite literally a direct copy of your reminder that it's okay to, your reminder of that, and then I put my own niche filter on, and this did massive numbers and has made me thousands of pounds. And I quite literally copied it, and I'm not afraid to admit it because I know this video style is all over the internet and it's what all your favorite creators are doing. Do not sleep on short form viral videos that you can just copy. Collect the video ideas, add your niche filter in, and bulk make these types of videos. Okay, so that is the short form videos. Now let's go on to the artistic long form videos. These are the higher value videos. These are the storytelling videos, the personal ones where we tell our life story, and they are the ones that are 30 seconds to 75 seconds long. They are the ones where you see someone going into their life story, being inspiring. We want to make these sort of videos because they are the ones that get people really resonating with us, but we want to systemize making them. And the simple key to systemizing these is to split and batch them. So just split the creation process into 4 steps. We already have our ideation where we get it from either spam ideas or we get it from structured scrolling. So what you do is you have your ideas and then you split the scripting, the recording, the editing, and the posting into chunks. So what you'll do, and what I do, is I use my weekly plan for 2 weeks and I make sure that I've scripted every single one of those videos in one session. That will take me about 2 hours. And then I will record every single video. So I will sit down and I will record every single video for those 2 weeks. I'll change my t-shirt a few times, maybe change the lighting, and I will record them all. And then I will sit down in another 2 hour period and edit them, and then I will post them all together. And to be clear, I use a posting software called Buffer, which allows you to schedule in advance. Super, super important. With this technique, we do not want to be pressing post every single time we want to get a video out. And that is super important. One thing I want to note here is just do not create this process for more than 2 weeks max, because we want to be iterating on what has done well with our artistic long form videos. And once I tried to do this for a 30-day period, I scheduled every video for the whole of September last year, and that did not work because I did not allow myself to ideate and iterate on the things that had and hadn't worked. But the simple to creating systems for artistic long form videos is to split and batch make. Do not wake up every single day and make these types of videos. Okay, so that is exactly how we create our ideas and how we split and batch create an idea system create for the two types of videos. But I want to give you a little bonus here, which is the reduce, reuse, recycle framework, which is the ultimate 3 time-saving hacks to save you hundreds of hours in making content. And that is the way that we go about things to create a great system. The first is about reduce. So reduce is reducing the time it takes to make a single video. And what this does is it does this by limiting your option sets. We're gonna force you to get a video out quickly. So what you're gonna do, if you haven't been able to do things in bulk, or you just need to get a video out there, what you're gonna do is follow this plan. You're gonna take 1 minute to pick an idea from your ideas list, take 2 minutes to scroll the For You page and copy a format of a video that does well. Take 2 minutes to write a bullet point script. Make sure you spend 1 minute on the first 3 seconds of the video, the hook, to make sure we're giving enough time to the most important part of the video. Then take 2 minutes to film it in one take. Sit down, film the video in one take, and then take 15 minutes to edit it using the transcript editor on CapCut. That is a total of 22 minutes to make one video. And I'm sure you're sitting there and thinking, oh, well, I take 3 hours to make a video. Follow this exact pattern, and this is how we use the reduce framework to get a video out there quickly. It's always better to bulk make, but I know you have a life and I know you have things you need to do. If you need to get a video out quickly, this is the best framework to do it. The reuse part of the reduce, reuse, recycle. And that is the fact we can reuse videos that are old clips and that have done well. So this video I made did 30K when I posted it. I then posted it again 45 days later and it did pretty well for my account, because what I did is I picked up this start part and I changed the second part of the video, which was like the plan B part of the video, and it did well as well. So 45 days after posting a clip, reuse the old clips that have done well and repost them, either the exact same video, and you will see creators posting the exact same video, or just slightly changing the topic or the ideas around it. Super quick way to save time. And the last is to recycle content, repurposing clips or reusing old videos. So repurposing clips. This was my long form video that I did about Bali, and this is my short form video that I literally just cropped 30 seconds of this video, put it on here, and it did super well. Very, very easy way. I do this for about 3 or 4 clips of my YouTube videos, and it helps me get 3 or 4 clips out a week extra. Super useful. But you could also repurpose clips. So for example, you could make a video which is a day in the life voiceover where you go about your day, but you could also then turn that into another video where you do a montage and put a quote over the top, like some of these videos. So you can repurpose videos that you already have made into different styles and formats. And that is where the recycling comes from. Let's start making more of the things we've already put out there. And that is exactly what we do. Thanks for your time. Enjoy it. And remember, content is about consistency and doing that for a long amount of time. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.